YouTube. I'm back. So why don't you feel good all the time? Again, it's because your so-called negative emotions are giving you a message. The 10 emotions of power. That's what I'm reading. Yeah. What is the message? And it's because your so-called negative emotions are giving you a message. What is the message of these action signals? They're telling you that you are currently doing that you're currently doing is not working. That the reason you have pain is either the way you're perceiving things or the procedures you're using, especially the way you're communicating your needs and desires to people, or the action you're taking. What you're doing is not producing the result you want, and you have to change your approach. Remember that your perceptions are controlled by what you focus on and the meaning you interpret from things. And you can change your perception in a moment just by changing the way you're using your physiology or by asking yourself a better question. Your procedures include your style of communication. Maybe you're being too harsh in the way you communicate, or maybe your procedure is not even communicating your needs, and you're expecting other people to know what you need. This could create a lot of frustration, anger, and hurt in your life. Maybe this action signal of feeling hurt is trying to tell you that you need to change your way of communicating so you don't feel hurt again in the future. Feeling depressed is another call to action, telling you that you need to change your perception that the problems you're dealing with are permanent or out of control, or you need to take some kind of physical action to handle one area of your life so that, once again, you remember that you are in control. This is the true message of all your action signals. They're merely trying to support you in taking action to change the way you think, change the way you're perceiving things, and change your procedures for communicating or behaving. These calls to action are there to remind you that you don't want to be like the fly who keeps banging himself against the window, trying to get through the glass. If you don't change your approach, all the persistence in the world will never pay off. Your action signals are whispering to you, perhaps screaming, through the experience of pain, that you need to change what you're doing. 6 steps to emotional mastery. Step 1. Identify what you're really feeling. So often people feel so overloaded they don't even know what they're feeling. All they know is that they're being attacked by all these negative emotions and feelings. Instead of feeling overloaded, step back for a moment and ask yourself, what am I really feeling right now? If you think, at first, I'm feeling angry, begin to ask yourself, am I really feeling angry? Or is it something else? Maybe what I'm really feeling is hurt, or I feel like I've lost out on something. Realize that the feeling of hurt or a feeling of loss is not as intense as the feeling of anger. Just in taking a moment to identify what you're really feeling and beginning to question your emotions, you may be able to lower the emotional intensity you're experiencing and therefore deal with the situation much more quickly and easily. For example, you say right now, I feel rejected. You might ask yourself, am I feeling rejected, or am I feeling a sense of separation from a person I love? Am I feeling rejected or am I feeling disappointed? Am I feeling rejected or am I feeling a little uncomfortable? Remember the power of transformational vocabulary to immediately lower your intensity. Remember the power of transformational vocabulary to immediately lower your intensity. Again, as you identify what you're really feeling, you can lower the intensity even more, which makes it much easier to learn from the emotions. Ooh, that's big. Step 2. Acknowledge and appreciate your emotions, knowing they support you. You never want to make your emotions wrong. The idea that anything you feel is wrong is a great way to destroy honest communication with yourself, as well as with others. Be thankful that there's a part of your brain that is sending you a signal of support, a call to action to make a change in either your perception of some aspect of your life or in your actions. If you're willing to trust your emotions, knowing that even though you don't understand them at the moment, each and every one you experience is there to support you in making a positive change. You will immediately stop the war you once had with yourself. Instead, you'll feel yourself moving toward simple solutions. Making an emotion wrong will rarely cause it to become less intense. Whatever you resist tends to persist. Cultivate the feeling of appreciation for all emotions. And like a child that needs attention, you'll find emotions calming down almost immediately. Step 3. Get curious about the message this emotion is offering you. Remember the power of changing emotional states. If you put yourself in a state of mind where you truly are feeling curious about learning something, this is an immediate pattern interrupt to any emotion and enables you to learn a great deal about yourself. Getting curious helps you master your emotions, solve the challenge, and prevent the same problem from occurring in the future. As you begin to feel the emotion, get curious about what it really has to offer you. What do you need to do right now to make things better? If you're feeling lonely, for example, get curious and ask, it is possible that I'm just misinterpreting this situation to mean that I'm alone, when in reality I have all kinds of friends? If I just let them know I want to visit with them, wouldn't they love to visit with me as well? Is my loneliness giving me a message that I need to take action? Reach out more and connect with people? Here are 4 questions to ask yourself to become curious about your emotions. What do I really want to feel? What would I have to believe in order to feel the way I've been feeling? What am I willing to do to create a solution and handle this right now? What can I learn from this? As you get curious about your emotions, you'll learn important distinctions about them, not only today but in the future as well. Step 4, get confident. Get confident that you can handle this emotion immediately. The quickest, simplest, and most powerful way I know to handle any emotion is to remember a time when you left a similar emotion and realized that you successfully handled this emotion before. Since you handled it in the past, surely you can handle it again today. The truth is, you've ever had this action signal before and gotten through it, you already have a strategy of how to change your emotional states. Stop right now and think about that time when you left the same emotions and how you dealt with them in a positive way. Use this as the feel. Use this as the role model or checklist for what you can do right now to change how you feel. That's it. What did you do back then? Did you change what you were focusing on? The question you ask yourself, your perceptions. Or did you taste some kind of new action? Decide to do the same right now, with the confidence that it will work just as it did before. If you're feeling depressed, for example, and you've been able to turn it around before, ask yourself, what did I do then? Did you take some new action like going for a run or making some phone calls? Once you've made some distinctions about what you've done in the past, do the same things now, and you'll find that you'll get the similar result. Yeah. Get certain that you can handle this not only today but in the future as well. He will be back. He's out.